Alright, hey dudes. Now, sorry I haven't been active for a while. It's just that, exams and shit. But anyways, I am back. So I decided I was going to play the SCP-3199 dating simulator. I'm not actually going into this completely blind, but mostly blind. That's just why you might see stuff saves from beforehand. So let's start the game. In July of 2018, an anomalous disease spread through chicken populations worldwide, causing the birds to melt into puddles of blood and feathers. Leading scientists around the world were unable to find a cure. Even the SCP Foundation, with all its experts and resources, could not wrap their heads around this strange disease. However, they did have one solution. In order to make the public believe that chicken populations weren't dying out and to protect millions of restaurants worldwide, they found a replacement. SCP-3199. Ah yes, because clearly a dangerous anomaly that throws acid at people is clearly an economical substitution for the chickens slowly dying. SCP-3199, with DNA similar to that of the domestic chickens and a rapid rate of reproduction, was the best possible replacement. The Foundation began building farms to safely breed and transport 3199 instances, while fast food employees all around the world were secretly trained to handle and prepare the deadly creatures for consumption. When SCP-3199 meals were first introduced in the restaurants, people detected a subtle difference in the flavor and texture from that of normal chickens, but believed it to be due to the changes in the recipe. And so the world marched on, people completely unaware that they were eating some of the most dangerous creatures in human history. KFC. What is your name? Type it below. You are Taiga, a member of the Serpent's Hand and a longtime animal rights activist. Seems like the type of person to be part of the Serpent's Hand. You're aware of the use of SCP-3199 instances in restaurants that serve chicken. While you are happy to see anomalies being integrated into society, you're disgusted that their only purpose is to be bred, slaughtered, and eaten. Yes, because clearly SCP-3199 deserves dignity and not to be immediately, extinguished out of existence. I know the motto is secure, contain, protect, but in the cases of things like 3199, I would suggest switching it to destroy. 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 You're determined to save as many of them as you can, even if you can only save one at a time. These animals deserve better lives. Tonight, your search has led you to this KFC restaurant. Not all chicken restaurants are serving 3199 instances yet, so first, you'll need to confirm if this is the right place. The disgusting face of Colonel Sanders stares down at you as you approach the building. You enter the door of the restaurant and are immediately hit with the smell of chicken. Colonel Sanders returns to greet you just ahead. You wish you didn't have to be in here, but you're doing the right thing. There are a lot of people here tonight. You definitely won't be able to sneak into anywhere until much later. Normally you just wait until that time comes here, but you need to figure out if SCP-3199 instances are really being served here. To do that, you'll have to do something despicable. You'll need to order some food. You can't help but have a horrified look on your face as you give your order to the cashier. Not just because of what you're doing, but also because she might not know about the restaurant's awful practices. Good evening, what can I get for you? Good evening. I'd like to order the dead body of an innocent... I want to order a 2-piece fried chicken meal. Okay, would you like a drink with that? Yeah, give me a large Coke, I guess. I'm going to need a lot of soda to wash down my sins. You hate giving this establishment your money, but you don't have a choice. Your food arrives pretty quickly. You try to order the simplest thing you could. You force yourself to take a big bite out of one of the pieces. It's been a while since you've had chicken, so you need to take a few bites to be careful. You're sure of it. The chicken tastes like chicken, but you can tell there's something terribly off about it. And the meat is abnormally tough. This could only be the flavor of SCP-3199. That settles it. Tonight, you're sneaking into the restaurant and you're going to free as many of these innocent creatures as you can. You debate whether or not to finish your meal. You hate to eat animals, but it would also be a waste of the creature's life to just throw the rest away. What should you do? Well, there's a common rule when it comes to like a multi-dialogue options in dating sims. You know what, I should finish my meal. I never want to be wasteful. You ultimately decide to finish your food. You don't want the poor chicken men to have died for nothing. You can leave the restaurant now. All that's left to do is wait for the right time to sneak in. It's about 35 minutes past midnight. After a bit of looking around, you think you've determined that this KFC is much bigger than it seems. There's a door in the back for only employees to enter, but it's huge. You could probably fit a truck through it if you really wanted to. Just what are they doing here? Except for a few cars here and there, the road is pretty quiet at this time of night. Until the trucks arrive. One by one, 3 trucks arrive at the KFC. It's hard to see in the dark, but you're pretty sure the labels on the side say succulent chicken products. I don't know why like SCP cover businesses often go for like acronyms for SCP. One, honestly, it would be more safer and much less suspicious if they chose like literally any other name. You thought no one else was in the restaurant, but a few employees come out to greet them. The drivers come out and open the doors in the backs of the trucks. Meanwhile, one of the KFC employees drives out in a forklift. They all work together to carry large cylinders out of the trucks. They seem like they might be tanks of water. The tanks are all taken inside the building to some mysterious place. You only begin moving closer when it looks like all of the tanks have been emptied from the trucks. Just before they close the doors, you sneak inside. Just as you thought, the restaurant is much bigger on the inside than it originally appeared. You're led down an inclined hallway that leads underground. After that, you find a room full of what looks like torture equipment with an elevator. This must be where they kill the chickens. After that, you find a room you were looking for. The place where the chicken men are being held. I'm sorry, but it's like so different from what you see like in like the SCP-3199 pictures. Like you just see like the SCP-3199 pictures and you're like, oh my god, what the fuck is that? Kill it with fire. Meanwhile, with this, you're like, what? The walls are lined with round tanks filled with water. Each one contains a single instance of 3199. Some of them peck at or scratch the glass when they see you come in. It seems like they can't do much in these tanks. These tanks look like they're sealed pretty tight, and you can't find any sort of control panel. You have no idea how you're gonna open any of them. Actually, it looks like the lid on one of them is loose. It's too tall for you to reach, but you could probably slide it off if you had something long. You return to the room where the chickens are killed. Maybe you can find something in here. There's a broom in the corner. That should work. Okay, may I interject? Okay. It doesn't seem like realistic or sanitary for like the animals getting butchered to be butchered in like the same location where they end up being served as food. Isn't it like much more? It would be much more sanitary if these 3199 instances were just killed in these like a foundation owned like butchering plants or something. I don't know the name of any of these things. Fuck. There's a broom in the corner. That should work. Using a broomstick, you push the loose lid off of the tank. The 3199 instance inside notices but doesn't try to get out of the tank. You'll probably need to drain the water, but how? Then you remember how the tanks were brought into the building earlier. Since they were transported by a forklift, they were probably not secured to the ground. You might be able to push it over. You try pushing on the tank, but it doesn't budge. The 3199 instance inside notices your efforts, but doesn't do anything. But just as you get too tired to push on the tank anymore, it slams its body into the side. The tank falls over and all the water drains. The chicken man slides out. The big chicken stands up and tenses up immediately. Even though you were trying to save it, it probably thinks you're a threat. What should you do? I'll just go with stand there and stare at it. In the cases of most animals, they're as soon as you like stand there and stare at it, they're like, bro, what? I mean, sure, in some cases it would lead to death, but in other cases not so much. So I'll just stand there and stare at it. 3199 stares back cautiously. Okay, now I should probably wave my arms around. 3199 hisses and steps forward nervously. And let's give it a big hug. 3199 is so shocked it screams and throws up an egg. The egg rolls around on the floor a little before coming to a stop. So, are we going to save the rest of the chickens now, or what? The two of you get to work breaking into the other tanks. To be honest, you're not much help. The 3199 instance ends up doing most of the work. It dissolves the glass on the tanks, allowing the water to drain, and the 3199 instances to become active again. After that, they can break themselves out. While you watch the 3199 you saved free from the others, you can't help but notice how stunning it is. Its pretty eyes, its fake body, its bravery. Swear to God, man, fetishes are getting weirder. You've never felt this way about a chicken before, but SCP-3199 has absolutely captured your attention. At first, your only goal is to save it, but now you want to know if it has accepted you. At least you know that all the chickens are comfortable around you. They don't seem to mind you being near their eggs. At this point, with all the freed chicken men in the room and a pile of eggs has formed on the floor, you wonder if you could offer to help raise them. Someone's going to need to watch over them all after they've been freed from the clutches of KFC. Maybe you should take this moment to spend some time with the first 3199. Maybe you can get to know it better. Chicken sex. There aren't that many places where you can go on a date right now. Hey, how about you come with me for a little while? What do you have somewhere in mind? You take 3199 to the restaurant's kitchen. You're not sure what you can do here, but you're sure that somehow you and 3199 will become closer. Does anything in this kitchen interest you? 3199 screams and throws up an egg. The two of you stare at it for a moment. Maybe we could build a nest. Together, you and 3199 search for supplies to build a nest. 3199 knocks over multiple stacks of pans in its search. You find an empty deep fryer that's big enough to be used as the base of the nest. Working together, you two fill it with shredded paper containers to make the bottom comfortable. You place the egg inside and 3199 piles oven mitts on top of it. You finish it off by sprinkling on some of the various seasonings around the kitchen. In the end, it looks like you tried to cook an egg but completely failed. You're proud of it though, and you feel like you've become closer to 3199 somehow. You return with 3199 to the tanks. The tanks aren't empty yet, but whatever. The last of the chickens are being freed. It's time for you to break out the chicken men. You're confident that together you could lead a rebellion. You hope that all the 3199 instances have accepted you. Attention everyone, it's time to escape this KFC forever. You've gotten all the chickens' attention, but they don't seem excited. Once Lily walks up to you and smells you, it hisses. What's wrong? You helped to freedom, so shouldn't they all trust you? They were fine with you before. The chickens begin to crowd around you, hissing and snapping their teeth. Oh no, we didn't throw away the 3199 instance. Wait, could it be that they know you ate one of their kind earlier? Oh no, I'm gonna get acid spit on me. No, wait, you don't understand. I had to do it to free you all. The 3199's lunge forward. The ending, you ate the 4 chickens, you monster. Alright, well now I know that my decision. You ultimately decide that it's best not to eat anymore. The rest of your dinner goes into the trash. You can leave the restaurant now. All that's left to do is wait for the right time to sneak in. It's about 45 minutes past midnight. Okay, this looks like it'll go all the same, so I'll just, like, edit it out until I get to the ending. Alright, I am back. I have gotten here through, through spam clicking over and over again to skip past most of the dialogue. Alright. There we go. You return with 3199 to the tanks. The last of the chickens are being freed. It's time for you to break out the chicken men. You're confident that together you can lead a rebellion. You hope that all the 3199 instances have accepted you. Attention everyone, it's time to escape this KFC forever. Chickens cheer and follow you out of the basement. You all begin your assault on the KFC restaurant with your beloved chicken at your side. You need to make sure that no creature ever suffers here again. What should you do? What should your first command be? Okay, gotta quickly save. Alright, break the windows. The chickens jump through the windows of the restaurant, shattering them. That's a good start, but it's still not enough. What should your second command be? The floor of the restaurant is soon covered in eggs. What else can you do? Oh, that's right. Set it on fire. The KFC goes up in flames. You've done it. The KFC is burning. No more innocent creatures will be harmed here. But what will you do now? These chickens don't have a home. You look to your friend, the first 3199 you freed. So, will you need help raising those eggs? 3199 leads on you as it watches the KFC burn. Your life will be very different from here on out, but you wouldn't spend it with any other chicken. Yay, we got the good ending. This is truly the greatest timeline ever.